Jimmy, you're 3 months into this marathon called Reefing. I want to know what's your take on it so far.
What's my take? I mean, look at it. It's beautiful.
Take, T-A-K-E, take, not tank. You got to get your mind out of the gutter.
What's my tank? What's my take on it? That's what I said.
You said tank.
Oh, what? What's my tank on it? I've got tank on my brain.
That's all you can think about anymore, which is fine. This is Reef Junkie Dumb. Nothing wrong with that. Welcome to the addiction. But you came from the freshwater world. Now you're in the saltwater world. What has that transition been like?
Well, it hasn't been too difficult. Thank you for that. Actually, because I mean, I have so much support.
How many times have you actually reached out to me, Jimmy, and like, I have a question, you need help?
And not so much. It's more of a confirm my thinking. Am I doing the right thing? And then I get text message back from you that's all sarcastic. And I don't know that they are at first. And I have to read them. I should show everybody my last, when I sent you all my photos of my Hannah testers, he says to me in Mark says to me in text message, you know, it looks like your tank is crashing. I'm running out of cell service. Good luck. Bye. So, and then went, oh, shh. And then I'm like, oh, wait a second. That's Mark. He's not out of cell service. My tank's fine.
You would do the same thing to me, let's be honest.
I would. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so that's the other thing I want to let everybody who watches this series know is, even though I have a resource like you, they all have a resource too with these videos, right? So yeah, it's going great. It's awesome, man. It's a dream come true. It's this thing, I wanted it for so long, and I just thought it was impossible. I thought I can't do this. It's going to be too hard. And I was thinking to myself, it's just not the right time with the expense and, all of that kind of thing. And then I thought, well, when's it going to be the right time? And it's never the right time. So you're right. But since I have it, it's brought so much joy. And my wife and I have found this new thing that we enjoy together. In fact, I think she likes it more than me, to be honest. She does. It's actually really fun. It's different from freshwater, of course, with water parameters and things like that. But no, it's awesome. Actually, you said once that, oh, it'll be cleaner than your freshwater, and it really is. It's easier to keep clean. So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
You heard it from the newbie's mouth, not a professional mouth. Saltwater is actually easier and cleaner than freshwater.
It is. It's definitely cleaner.
The really great thing is that you've proven that it's not impossible. It was an easy switch for you to go from freshwater to saltwater, and I'm willing to bet that you're enjoying your saltwater tank a heck of a lot more than that freshwater tank.
Oh, so much more. Because I think anything that you what's the word? That you dream about for so long, and you anticipate, and then once you finally do it, you've manifested it so much that the excitement is so much larger. So it was worth the wait. The wait was too long, though. I mean, I'm in my 50s, and now I finally have my first saltwater aquarium, and it's awesome. I wish I had one years ago. But
well, you're in your 50s? Geez, you're old. I'm only in my 40s.
I got 10 years on you, buddy.
Start calling you for advice on other topics.
That's right. I am wiser. I am an empty nester, so I can help you. I did raise a couple of children, and they're doing great. So
awesome. Well, now you have your tank child to look after that you and your wife are enjoying a lot. At this point, what questions do you have for me, if any?
All right, I do have a question. So the corals, I have 10 of them in there, but it's hard for me. It's been a few weeks, and I see some that look like they've been doing better. They look bigger and healthier, and some not so much. Do I need to do anything with the light, any type of food? Because I haven't changed anything. I just put the corals in there, and I'm watching them.
So you don't need to feed them. We didn't get you any non-photosynthetic corals. And don't worry about feeding them. That's the fastest way to trash your tank, is to put in extra calories into your tank that you can't necessarily get out. So don't worry about feeding them. You started your tank, probably you haven't done a water change yet?
Not with the corals, or have I? If I did, it was small, like 10 or 15 gallons. Because I did some vacuuming, and it was more about just cleaning up waste than doing a real water change.
You didn't write down what you did to your tank.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Where?
In my memory. Oh no, I didn't. You know, I take pictures of things, and you know where it's written down? It's written down on my phone when, and actually the gallons aren't, but I went and I did all my little Hannah testers, and that's when I text them all to you. So I sent you photos.
I just want you to write it down so you can start seeing stuff, start spotting trends in your tank.
Yeah.
The other piece of that is starting on a water change schedule. Doing water changes is going to replenish some elements in your tank. You can test for some of those with alkalinity and calcium and magnesium. And doing some water changes right now, getting into the habit of cleaning your tank and getting into the habit of getting your hands in your tank, in terms of getting your hands on it with a water change, is a good thing to do. The coral growth and the coral happiness should naturally follow with that water change.
All right, yeah, that's great advice. So the lighting, I have it. Well, I got it a little dimmer from the factory setting on the lights because it seemed just pretty bright in there. Right now I have it really bright because I wanted to show up on camera.
You wanted to show off. You're like, hey, look, look, look. I get it, which is great. That's what I want.
It stays pretty dark, so the only light is coming from these two lights. And I did have someone on YouTube mention that my rockwork looked a little tall in the center, and it's taller. And I was just kind of, guessing, making something look cool. But I don't have a light in the center either.
I'm going to come down and visit you, and I'm going to bring some PAR measurements, bring a PAR reader so I can measure the intensity of the lights. We may need to add one, and this is demonstrating a great point. A lot of times people feel like everything I need for my tank is going to cost this amount of money, and I don't have that amount of money now, so they feel like until I get to that amount of money, I can't set up a tank properly. But you're showing that you can get 2 lights on your tank when your tank probably needs 3, maybe 4, and still have success with the tank, still start to enjoy the tank and really get the tank going, because it takes some time to age. I tell people the first year of a tank's life, it's like an unmannered child, a child who doesn't have very good control of themselves. Sometimes the tank's doing really well, and for some no apparent reason, it'll just start kicking and screaming at you. So you've got to start on that process. So even though you don't have everything, you at least want to get the tank maturing, and you're showing you can have some success even with corals without every piece of gear that you need, because no one has noticed this as far as I can tell so far. We don't even have a skimmer on your tank.
Which brings me to something that came up in the YouTube comments last week about a little bit of scum on the surface of the water. They didn't say that they saw that, but they noticed that my little Seashade Nano fan pumps in there were making some flow. But he said, yeah, I point mine towards the surface of the water, so it makes a ripple in the water, and that gets rid of that scum. So thank you, YouTube Steven. I can't remember your last name, but his name is Steven. And I went ahead and did that. I pointed him up towards the surface, and now I don't have that, I'll call it oily look, because I lay down here on my couch and just sit here and look at it, the tank. And when I'm down low, I see the surface of the water, and it looked kind of cruddy before. But yeah, thanks for that great advice. So I'm not learning from just Mr. Saltwater Tank. The YouTube comments are great as well. Great place for learning. So yeah, I learned something there too.
There's always something to learn from someone. It's a big community out there. Like, we're all reefers. We all want successful tanks, not only for ourselves, but for other people, so we can enjoy the hobby, have people to talk to about it, and grow the hobby, and of course share our corals and fish as well. So I'm glad this is going well for you, Jimmy. You've got some great questions. Keep testing, keep writing down your results, not just in your head, somewhere else, and sharing them with me. I'll try to stay in cell service so I don't drop out with you in your moment of need. And we've got more fish coming to you. We're going to get some more coral to you. And let's also start looking at some new gear for your tank that's going to make keeping your tank cleaner easier, give you more success with the tank, and give you more insights into your tank.
Awesome. That's all super exciting for me. I can't wait to have one of those reefs like yours and so many that I see on Instagram, because right now I have a little bit of envy going, oh man, I wish I had more color in there. Oh, those frags they're so small. So yeah, I'm excited, but I'm also the same point I said earlier about, just thinking into the future, and it's more exciting to wait sometimes. So yeah, it's very cool.
Good. All right. Well, keep an eye out for FedEx. They should be knocking at your door any minute now. You can have some new fish to put in the quarantine, and rock and roll, Jimmy.
Awesome. Hey, thanks, Mark, and thanks everybody for watching our newbie build series. It's fun bringing it to you guys.